Kelangkaan pangan dan energi menjadi masalah global yang dihadapi banyak negara saat ini. Tidak hanya itu, sejumlah negara bahkan kesulitan membayar hutang akibat krisis global yang terjadi. Bagaimana pandangan International Monetary Fund atau IMF memandang kesulitan global ini dan sejauh peran negara-negara G20 dalam memberikan solusinya. Berikut wawancara koresponden CNN Indonesia Ruli Kurniawan dengan Managing Director IMF Kristalina Georgieva.
So, the G20 plays important roles when facing major problems this year. So, how do you see the G20 common framework and how to make it more impactful for global prosperity?
The common framework?
Yes, the common framework.
Is a really big achievement of the Saudi G20 presidency.
Yes, last year.
It has been slow to advance, but we should not be too surprised because it takes time for countries to figure out how to work together. We are finally cautiously optimistic that the common framework is coming to maturity. In this month of July, the 3 countries that ask for treatment under the common framework, they all had their creditors committees meeting, and I hope that there would be resolution for Zambia, resolution for Chad, and advancement for Ethiopia. But we cannot stop there. The common framework has to mature, and that means first to define the procedures for treatment. So when a country approaches it, they know what to expect. Second, define timeline from beginning to end. And third, create an incentive for countries to step forward. We are recommending that if a country comes, knocks on the door, and asks for treatment, from the day they ask, there would be suspension of that service until there is that resolution.
Okay.
And of course, the common framework doesn't cover countries like Sri Lanka, so it has to expand to be more inclusive.
Yes. So if you're talking about G20, the main focus is how to cover the problems such as food insecurities and energy insecurity. So how do you see these kind of problems and how G20 can make it better solutions for these kind of problems?
The G20 has a really big role to create a platform for international cooperation. Problems like food insecurity, they cannot be resolved by individual countries working on their own. They do require cooperation.
Yes.
And I want to praise Ibu Sri Mulyani partnering with the Saudi Minister of Finance for calling a meeting on food security here in Bali. What we have agreed at this meeting is first to raise with a sense of urgency money for humanitarian aid, so people don't die just because of lack of money and lack of food to feed their families.
Yes.
The World Food Program needs $8 billion. It is not that much for the world to come up if we come together. Second, to push back on trade barriers. Now we have more than 20 countries that are restricting export of food. Hoarding food more than you need when others are hungry is just morally wrong, and it is bad for security in the world. 3, we want to see more investment in long-term agricultural productivity, because we have a crisis now, but it would be repeated unless we act. And 4, climate change. Make sure that agriculture in climate vulnerable places is built to be resilient.
Well, Ibu Kristalina Georgieva, thank you very much for your insights and hope you have a very pleasant time here in Indonesia. Stay healthy and stay safe.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.